It's been
4
years
weeks.
since Michael Myers vanished without a trace.
Hello, Lori. Tonight, it ends.
Zoink show.
Booga, 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 booga. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Venom, back to give you another video. You like the costume? Is it scary? Well, guess what? This movie isn't. Tonight, we're talking about Halloween Ends. You know, I warned about this movie. I warned people. When I seen the last one, I knew it was going down a dark path. And boy, did it go there. But before I say anything bad, let me just point out one thing first. There are going to be slight spoilers in this.
Yeah, no spoilers.
What I mean by slight is like referencing a scene without exactly telling you what's going on in the story. And I might briefly just mention a few things. But just be warned, if you don't want to know anything about this movie at all, nothing at all, don't go any further. Please spoil the movie because it sucks. But if you're familiar with it, if you're curious, you want to know, well, does it end? We'll get there. Let's start by saying a few nice things about this movie, okay? First, the brutality. My goodness. If there's one thing I can say good about at least these 3 films, they got that down. The brutality shit, holy fuck. There is nothing light about this movie when it comes to the violence. When the violence does happen, put it this way. I basically had to turn my head a couple times because I knew a few things that were coming and I was like, man, do I really want to see that? Knife literally just like, you can see the skin as it splits and you see the inside of the neck and then the blood starts to pour and squirt and all the good stuff, right? It just looks so real.
You did too.
Is all I'm saying. Pretty gruesome shit. There was other things that a lot worse than throat slitting. But let's just say it got pretty brutal. And another good thing about this film is Jamie Lee Curtis, I think is her name. She plays as Lori. She fucking nailed it. Compared to the last movie, she fucking nailed this one. She was the main star by far. She stood out amongst everybody else. And total badass grandma role, like for real. She was totally playing that shit, and I fucking loved it. But Unfortunately, with those two things, that's about all I have to say good about this film. And before anybody tries to judge me and say, well, I went in with a cynical mind, like you were already angry about the second one. Yes, I was. And somewhere inside of me had hope. Like, well, maybe somehow they'll make up for that bullshit last movie that just slapped everybody in the face. Well, they decide they're gonna just kind of forget about all of that, and fast forward, 4 years later. Okay, I guess it wasn't going anywhere anyway, but whatever. Michael's not been around. Nobody's been killed. Well, the idea of Michael makes people go crazy apparently now. It makes them off themselves at record numbers and murder each other in random events. But the thing that really bothered me about this film more than anything in this world, they built these 3 movies on the idea that Michael is just a man. A man with some serious mental problems, maybe a little bit superhuman-ish with some of the things that he can withstand, getting stabbed or shot or whatever, and still be able to continue to walk around and not die. So, there is a little bit of a plus there, obviously. But in this film, they really try to push that idea. He's just a man. And they even show it. When you eventually do get to see Michael, 45, 46, 47 minutes into the movie. Oh yeah, I spoiled that for you, so saved you some time. In case you were looking for him at the beginning of the movie, you're not going to see him. They show him in such a weak state, it is just sad to see Michael in such shit shape. All the fear factor, the intimidation, the anxiety-inducing feelings that character can give you if you have an open mind and you're not some evil bastard that doesn't feel shit. If you actually feel, the idea of Michael and some of these films that he's been in, it gives you that creepy feeling in the back of your neck, back of your spine. He could be lurking around any corner, watching you, staring, waiting for the right moment to capitalize on getting his kill. And seeing him in this state was just sad. It took every bit of fear factor that Michael ever had and flushed it down the fucking toilet. After that point in the film, I was laughing at everything, even the kills, pretty much. It was insulting. And then they to make up for the weak Michael that has no strength, he can't even stand. And at one point, somebody actually basically bullies him. He's like in a sewer system. And this kid goes in there and starts pushing him around and throwing him to the ground and like basically bullying Michael. Big scary Michael, murderer, mass murderer, will kill without conscience. And he's getting pushed around by some teenager. Come on, it's insulting to the brain. It really is. But what really made it worse was when they decided to not even follow their own logic of the films. I mentioned Michael was just a human, right? So that means superpowers don't exist in this world, right? No, they couldn't even stick by their shit. Michael has superpowers now, guys. And he can possess people to do the killing for him. And when they do it, it gives him more power so he gets stronger. What? You can't even follow your own fucking logic? You gotta be kidding me, right? You know, they spun this tale that Michael's just a man. And they even imply it throughout the movie, even at the end. Oh, he's just a man. He's just a man. Well, if he's just a man, how can he possess people by touching them? Don't get me wrong. The previous movies back in the day, they did some of that. But in those films, it made sense because they didn't try to spin the tale that Michael's just a man. He's something more than a man. He's like a freaking demon or something. Or whatever. But he's not a man in those films. In this one, they want to say he's just a man with mental problems. Okay, give it to me. Don't say this and then give us this instead. You can't even stick by your own shit. That's stupid. And it makes the whole film ridiculous after that point. After this idea is introduced. It ruins the film. It completely ruins the film at that point. You know, I started kind of feeling like maybe it would make up a little bit, and it started kind of feeling like it was getting to a good point. And then it fell right on its face. Like if you go to walk out your house tomorrow. Oh, nice sunny day out. No snow on the ground, no rain. Nice sunny day. And you go to step out your door and you trip over your own foot and fall on your face on the concrete. That is this film. But I will say this. Halloween ends. It really does end. Spoiler alert. Okay? You ready for this? Michael is truly dead this time. There is no coming back. Well, unless they want to, not follow their own logic against and pretend like it never happened. But I'm not going to say how it happens exactly, but let's just put it this way. Spot the dog is going to have a good dinner tonight.
You mess with
Halloween ends.
you go into the grinder.
Halloween's over. The only way we're ever going to see another film is unless somebody takes, the idea and kind of redoes it. Kind of like how Rob Zombie did. Put some love in there. Even with the Laurie character, it doesn't save this film. It just, if anything, it hurts more. Being a fan of the Halloween series, it hurts. And the worst part was, after I seen this movie, the very next day I see online, there's an article about how some of the creators were saying, well, we know people weren't going to like this movie. Are you serious right now? You knew people weren't going to like it, so you made it anyway? You wanted to dig this franchise farther in the ground? Like, why? So you can officially kill Michael off? Bro, I would rather have him alive still. I can see an end. I would like to see Michael die and have the franchise be over. But not like this. You took this franchise out back and you beat it over the head with a damn baseball bat with spikes in it. Really, really long spikes. This franchise just got the Negan, okay?
I need you to know me. So, back to it.
I can say is I'm glad it's over. No more butchering of this franchise. The pain is finally stopped. At least I hope it has.
Fatality.
But I'm telling you guys, I would not recommend watching it unless you want your heart broken. If you like these movies, you're not going to like this. It's insulting to the brain. You know, I can accept fantasy stuff in a film, superpowers, shit like that. I can accept all that if it is in the right context. But it's not on this one. It's just like almost like they didn't have nothing else to go for, so they just, oh well, let's try this instead. Fuck it. That'll be entertaining. I think the only idea they had for this film from the get-go was that they were going to kill Michael, and that's it. And then they just come up with a quick idea to get to that point. And that's bullshit. What a slap to the face to the fans of this franchise. I cannot really, find any good, true quality out of any three of these movies. I had a discussion with someone not too long ago about this. And I think it was right after I seen the movie, because it's been a couple days since I've seen it. And they were like, well, yeah, the first one was really good, but the second one, no thanks. And by the way you're talking about it, sounds like the third one's bad. Well, and I was like, yeah, the first one was, I liked it, blah, blah, blah. Which, I don't want to say I like it. We'll just say it was okay. But I didn't want to see any more. But then they made another one. And the second one was okay up to a certain point. And I was like, please, no more. Please don't make another one. I'm begging you. And then they made another one. And now, it's over. And just like Michael, this review's over. So, I have nothing else to say. I'm not screaming because I have band practice tomorrow. But I really want to scream at the top of my lungs, saying, hallelujah, this travesty is over. And it's never coming back. And just never support this kind of shit. Don't allow our franchises to be handed to a bunch of bastards that do not care about it. The response after the movie was out was enough to show you they don't care about these films. They don't care about the people that love these movies. They just don't care. They do not care. All they care about is, fuck you, give me money. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me some feedback, tell me what you think, tell me what you know, comment down below. Now that I've retired, the goddamn stupid ass fake Michael Myers hat, it'll be on to the next tragedy, which is coming here in a few months. Scream 6. They went and done it. It's been filmed. And it's on its way. And I have a bad feeling about that one. It's probably going to turn out just like Halloween Ends. So Sydney, and everybody on the YouTube universe, feel the love, feel the flow, and until next time, what's your favorite scary movie? I will see you again. Time's up.
Boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom 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 chicka boom chicka boom 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 chicka boom chicka boom 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 boom.
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Okay, now this grinder of yours, is it a real grinder or is it some kind of a metaphor?
What's How does Michael do it?
Please spoil the movie because it sucks.
Oh, this feels kind of heavy metal to me.
From now on, your life is
Halloween ends.
You can forget about your friends. You can forget about your family. Because
Halloween ends.
this is now both your mother and your father.
Scream 6 coming to theaters near you.
I look like a fucking conehead, man.
Take me to your leader.
Oh, Jesus. Peace out.